What's up, YouTube? How are you doing today? Chana D, your Techno Dad here, and I got a quick video for you guys. And this is concerning the Samsung Q90T and pretty much all Samsung 2020 4K TVs, or better yet, all 4K TVs or even 8K TVs that just have the one HDMI 2.1 port. This is mostly going to affect gamers, and if that's you, you're definitely going to want to hear this, especially if you're a Samsung fan and you were planning on buying a Samsung TV this year for your next gen console. So let's get into it. Okay guys, so I'm kind of wrapping up my review of the Samsung Q90T, you know, trying to get the game mode calibrated in HDR. That was pretty tough because when I calibrated it kind of looked like ass, but you know, I got it looking good. Anyway, here's the thing. There are 4 HDMI ports on the Samsung Q90T and all the other Samsung 2020 TVs. HDMI 1 and 2 are normal. 3 is also normal. Normal meaning the HDMI 2.0B. It does support eARC, and that's from HDMI 3. Now, HDMI 4 should be the HDMI 2.1 port. It's not stated anywhere in the manual, but there is a little game controller icon next to HDMI 4. So that would mean, you know, that's the one where you put in your game for your, you know, 4K 120 hertz gaming. So if you were to buy just one console, Xbox One X or PS5, and plug it into that port on your TV, you're good. That's it, right? You're fine. If you know, and if you have an AVR or a soundbar, then HDMI 3 would be used to send audio via eARC or ARC to your AV receiver or soundbar. Now, the problem comes in when you upgrade your soundbar or AVR to a newer AVR, like the new Yamaha V6A, which is $599 and has 3 HDMI 2.1 ports for you hardcore gamers that have the Xbox Series X, the PS5, and a gaming PC where you can run 4K 120. Yamaha is a good bet at $600, not that bad. You get all the other, you know, Dolby Atmos, everything like that. And then you can plug everything into the AVR, and then one cable goes to your TV. And here is where the problem comes in, because that cable would have to go to HDMI 4, which is the HDMI 2.1 port. However, if you watch any of the apps on the TV, you will still need another cable to go out of the TV and into the AVR. Now, normally that would be the ARC port, but since ARC is on HDMI 3, you don't have that option. So the only thing you can do is optical, which means you won't get any type of Dolby Atmos. Whether it's lossless or lossy, you won't be able to get it because that doesn't travel through the optical port. That has to go through HDMI ARC. And since there's only one output on your AVR, which has to go to the one and only HDMI 2.1 port on the TV, which is HDMI 4, and the eARC port on the TV is HDMI 3, well, you've got quite a conundrum there, don't you? I mean, this is exactly why I made that video about not updating your TV or upgrading your TV for the new consoles. And this is basically it. We need to see like how HDMI 2.1 was going to shake out. Now, I've seen plenty of videos about this TV and other Samsung TVs of 2020, and nobody's talking about this. I had a feeling that there would be an issue, and 2 of my viewers actually just commented yesterday on my Q90T video about the situation that they're having with their AV receivers and the fact that they can't get audio from the, you know, TV down to the AVR because the ARC port is not the HDMI 2.1 port. And this is where Samsung kind of screwed the pooch. So basically, if you're looking for a gaming TV and you want to future-proof, you need to get a TV with more than one HDMI 2.1 port. Now, Sony went and did HDMI 3 and 4, I think, are the HDMI 2.1 ports on the X900H, and that is a good idea because the ARC port on the Sony TVs is HDMI 3. So at least the ARC port you can plug into your AV receiver, and if you have a Denon AV receiver that only has the one HDMI 2.1 port, then you can plug one of your consoles into there, and then you can plug in the other one into the TV. So problem solved, unless of course you have, you know, a gaming PC, in which case you'd probably want to check out the Yamaha, which is not released yet. I think it'll release next month. We talked about it. It was an exclusive on our daily hi-fi podcast, which happens every Monday, 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we talk about all things audio video. If you guys don't know about it, definitely check out the Daily Hi-Fi YouTube channel, subscribe to that, and hit the bell so you're notified when we go live talking about all this new crazy stuff. And things are ever changing, and that's the issue. And that's why I told everybody in that video that people are still hating on, just to wait. Just to cool your jets and wait, because we don't know what's coming out from all these different manufacturers. And that Yamaha is a great option for you guys that need two consoles, or two consoles and a gaming PC to be plugged into your TV. Now with something like this Samsung situation, yeah, you can, use the apps on the gaming devices, although we know that PS5 is not doing Dolby Atmos. They might be doing Dolby Atmos for Netflix, but they aren't doing Dolby Atmos for, their gaming. They're doing some proprietary situation. So we'll just have to wait and see on that. And we know that the Xbox One X currently has that Dolby Atmos for everything bug, which is, after talking to Microsoft, not a bug, but as they intended, because they don't want your AV receiver clicking in and out of Dolby Atmos all the time when you're jumping in and out of games, menus. So it's Dolby Atmos is on when you're in a menu. Totally wrong, totally messed up. And depending on what app you use on the Xbox, I know this happened to me a few times with HBO Go and some of the Hulu stuff too, the older stuff. All kinds of crazy audio cutting in and out. I had to turn Dolby Atmos off in the settings and put it back to 5.1 uncompressed or compressed or whatever that is in the Xbox. But bottom line is, you would end up having to get some sort of 4K streaming box like an Apple TV 4K or a Roku Ultra. Now, for those of you that just need one port, you're fine for now. And, this TV, retailed at $1,800. It's down to $1,500. I believe that was the price when B&H sent this TV over to me. So it's gone back already. But I was just kind of, this last weekend, really like checking it out. And I was just like, it's pretty strange that they would put, only one HDMI 2.1 port, not make it the ARC port. And I get it, because you want to plug in your gaming console, then you can eARC the audio over to your AV receiver. But then when you upgrade or get a new receiver like the new Yamaha or whatever, the Denon, Marantz, whatever, you have to use the HDMI 4 to get all that, 4K 120 goodness. But then you can't get the Dolby Atmos audio out of the TV because that is HDMI 3. So that's the situation. Let me know what you guys think about it. And if you are shopping for a 4K TV or 8K TV or whatever kind of TV for a next-gen console, and you're a hardcore gamer that needs both consoles and a gaming PC, then I would make sure that your TV has a minimum of two HDMI 2.1 ports. So I would skip all the Samsung, and I would say look at the Sony X900H. And of course, check out LG, LG OLED. It's going to be great, for HDMI 2.1 ports. Can't go wrong there. I'll have my review of the Samsung Q90T up in a week or two, but I felt like this was kind of important to make this video. And there's so many other videos about this TV and Samsung TVs in general for 2020. How come nobody else they thought of this? Nobody else thought of this at all. It's up to me to figure this out, because it is a problem for those of you that want to future-proof and pick up an AV receiver or Atmos soundbar in the future. So there you guys have it. Just a quick video to let you know what is going on and what I found out having this TV in the house. Now, if you guys have any questions for me about this or anything else, let me know down in the comments below, or hit me up on social or email, whichever you like to use. And that's pretty much it for this video. If you liked it, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel using the button in the middle of your screen. Once again, my name is Chana D. I'm your Techno Dad, and I'll see you next time.